Good morning. I'm Dr. Robert, and on this edition of Five-ish Minutes with Dr. Robert, my subject is Brahmacharya. Although Brahmacharya is often equated with restriction of sexual activity, continence, celibacy, I believe it's better to look at Brahmacharya from the perspective of the Chatur Ashrama, the four stages of life, of which Brahmacharya is the first. Life is very much like any other thing that has a beginning, a middle, and an end. It starts slowly, it accumulates momentum, it reaches an apex at whatever age, and then there is a dwindling. And the reason why four stages of life were suggested is that in order to be as effectively active as one needs to be in the central part of life, one needs to be preparing oneself for that at the beginning. So the purpose of Brahmacharya, which literally means behavior that relates to or promotes or is appropriate to the supreme reality, is that we want during the first stage of life to focus on cultivating ourselves as individuals, accumulating energy, making sure that we do not waste our attention, waste our juices, so that when we move into the second stage of life, the grahastha or householder stage, we're not only well prepared for it, but we have the vitality in order to enter into it with great enthusiasm and potentially great results. So it's not so much about simply redirecting the sexual urge. It's very much about an attitude of keeping the energies from being dragged out too much in the beginning, so that when there is a need for that energy to be externalized, it will be the energy and the juice will be available for that. Now, it's quite possible that many of those of you who are watching and listening to what I'm saying here may not have had the benefit of a substantial period of Brahmacharya when you were young. And certainly it's the case that nowadays, pretty much around the world, children are being introduced to the world via devices from a very young age. So if you did not get an opportunity to have a well defined period of Brahmacharya when you were young, you can still take advantage of the fact that the beginning of the day, the beginning of the week, the beginning of the month, the beginning of the year, all beginnings can be regarded as a phase in which Brahmacharya is important. So even in the context of the day, if you get up in the morning and you don't immediately engage yourself with external activities, but rather you spend some time focusing on the Supreme by doing your meditation and your energy circulation and your yoga, whatever it may be. You focus on the Supreme and you prepare yourself for the activities that you're going to be performing during the day. Then you are very likely to find that you will perform those activities more effectively because you took that time out to prepare at the beginning of the day. So experiment with this and see how well it works. And if you find that it works well, then that would be something you would want to include as one of your niyamas, as one of the things that you do on a daily basis to keep yourself well aligned with reality. This is Dr. Robert wishing everyone an useful experience of Brahmacharya.